Y'all already know what the fuck going on with me, man. It's real life here at Supermax. I appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Just had a little video, man. I wanted to talk about the basics in chain gang, county jail, certain shit to look for, certain shit to watch out for when you first touch the compound, and all that. Now, this ain't just a whole list. It's just a list, man. We're gonna probably do a number two or part two to this video later on. Let's get into this video. Let me pop my shit. Good people, what's going on? Y'all already know what the fuck going on with me, man. Y'all pulled up on me here at Supermax, where it's the difference between a convict and an inmate. With today's video, man, I just wanted to touch on the topic of basics, the things you might want to watch out for when you first get to a compound. If you got somebody who facing a bid or whatever the case may be, hopefully whatever I give you in any of these videos is helpful and insightful and all that good shit. I will say this list that I'm about to give y'all is not based on a list most important to least important. Everything is just as equal as the other. Is just a list. Now, with that being said, let's get into the first one. Number one, constantly, always carry you a banger. Two, if possible, me personally, man, every time I went to confinement was either for a cell phone or nav or both. Never got jammed up behind no fights. Never got jammed up behind no wetting nobody up. I got wet up. Never got jammed up behind none of that shit. Always got jammed up with the bangers and the phone. Anyway, the point is, carry you a banger. Number two on the list, gambling. If you're not prepared to rock out behind that gambling shit, don't be gambling. Me personally, I used to gamble a lot. I did a lot of gambling, man. We used to gamble on cards, dominoes, chess, who can spit the farthest shit. Really didn't matter, man. Niggas used to gamble about everything. But yeah, man, if you're not prepared to deal with the pressure that can come behind gambling, don't be gambling, all right? Somebody gonna owe you some money. You gonna owe somebody some money. If you ain't gonna pay the debts and you ain't ready to rock out behind it, don't gamble. If you ain't prepared to rock out behind somebody owing you, don't gamble. You damn sure shouldn't be gambling then. If you ain't ready to ride for your last penny or whatever, any penny, nigga ain't taking nothing from me. Number three, stay away from the gangs. If you were born in the town or city and they did gang banging, that's all that was going on around there, your mama, your daddy, your aunties, uncles, all that, man, all them folk banging, and you ain't got no choice. That's just basically what you lived in. That's your culture. That's how you grew up. That's life for y'all. But then you got those of y'all who go out and join these gangs when you get in prison because you need help. You need, some type of protection, whatever the case may be. I don't know. Your personal reasons is your personal reasons. If you are indulging in the activities of the gang banging on the compounds and you ain't ready to rock out behind it, don't do it. Stay away from it. I've seen plenty of people get carried out, air flighted up out of there. I've seen plenty of people get wet up. Plenty of people get their shit split open and all that behind gang banging. So if you wasn't in the game before you got in now, don't get to prison, start trying to join gangs to get some type of protection or something. Because for one, the organization, if they peep it and they know you weak, they gonna eat you up. You on the plate anyway. For two, some people don't get no fuck about what gang you in. Number four, homosexuality. If you come to prison and you turn gay, 9 times out of 10, you was gay before you went to prison. That's just the way I see it. My personal opinion, of course. Stay away from it. If it's something that you're attracted to or whatever, that's your personal life. You do what you want with your life and all of that. No judgment there. I ain't got nothing against y'all. That ain't my personal choice, but that there can definitely get you caught up in a lot of bullshit in the chain gang. Number 5 on the list, stealing is definitely something that will get you fucked up. Stealing will definitely get you in situations that you don't want to be in. Because no matter what organization you are part of, no matter what's going on, majority of the time, if you stealing, the organization you're a part of don't approve of it, and the people you stealing from don't approve of it. A lot of the times organizations will, handle their own before they allow somebody else to. Seen a lot of bad situations behind stealing. With that, I'm gonna share a story with you. We had a Muslim brother in the dorm with us. He slept by a white dude. The white dude was in a wheelchair, older white dude, like old school cat, probably in his good 50s, 60 years old. Big, heavyweight, heavy set. But he was in a wheelchair, couldn't really walk that good, diabetes, legs fucked up. Well, the Muslim brother had just got to that compound. The Muslim brother started stealing shit out the white dude locker. Of course, the white dude didn't come, didn't say nothing about it at first. I'm assuming, because I never got the chance to question him about the shit. But apparently he had been stealing out of his box, and then finally one day the white dude say something to him. Now we in an open dorm, so there's no cells. It's all bunk beds in here. Muslims over here in this corner over here, we kicking it and all that. Now this Muslim brother was up there trying to, I guess, steal something out the box, and the guy caught him and said something to him. By the time we realized what was going on, the Muslim brother was beating him in the head with a lock on a belt, beating him. Talking about the lock busted and everything. He was still hitting him with it. Wasn't even nothing left on the belt. Now the first thing that he's screaming out when we run up over there and see what's going on is the white dude. He's saying he claimed the white dude was calling him a nigga. It didn't sit right with me off the rip, because old school been in that dorm for a minute. Nobody fuck with old school. Old school cool. Don't fuck with nobody. Don't do no snitching. None of that. He was cool. It took about 10 seconds once we got there, stopped the brother from beating him, to find out what's going on. The guy tell us what's going on the ground, head pouring blood everywhere. And that brother was beat out of the dorm by every Muslim in that dorm. That brother was beat up out of there immediately. Stealing would definitely get you hurt in the chain gang. Number 6 on the list, when you go to the chow hall, if you eat in the chow hall, a lot of the camps, the officers won't let you talk or speak to people while you're in the chow hall for many reasons. The main one, obviously, is control. Another reason is because they know the type of problems that can cause. If you go into the chow hall and you sit at a table, you don't know nobody at your table. You might have one homie or something. You see a homie at another table, or whatever the case may be. You don't want to be speaking across the table to other people while you got people sitting at the table with you. You don't want to speak over people's tray. You don't want to reach over people's tray. A lot of folks will take that very disrespectfully, especially the older cats that been in there for a minute. They've been bidding, they've been riding, 20, 30, 40 years, that type of shit. They take that type of shit very seriously. Look here, man. Also remember to knock on that table before you walk away. Excuse yourself from that table. Number 7, when you walking down a tier, you walking in your dorm, keep your eyes forward. Keep your eye towards whatever you walk into. As you're walking down the tier, you don't want to start peeking in rooms and shit. A lot of people take that shit personally, man. A lot of people, feel disrespected when you do that. Don't want to peek in rooms. None of that, Me personally, that was one of the things that, I didn't really need nobody to tell me. When I first got to prison, of course I came through the whole juvenile system and all that. It was, a lot of that stuff was already instilled in me. Something like that, of course, in my mind, that would be common sense anyway. I don't hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Don't peek in rooms, man. When you're walking by, you keep your head forward, keep your head straight. I've seen a couple niggas get papped out behind shit like that before. Don't look in rooms, man, especially rooms that don't belong to nobody you know. Number 8, borrowing. Don't do it. They got Stoneman in there that sell honey buns and noodles and coffee. That's number 1 right there. The damn honey buns and coffee and, hygiene, all that shit. Niggas say that shit, 2 for 1, whatever, depends on where you at. When you go to borrowing shit, man, it puts you in situations that if you ain't prepared to rock behind it, you don't want to be in. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't know for a fact that money landed on time or whatever the case may be, man, then, don't go borrowing shit from nobody, man. Don't put yourself in that position. At least me personally, man, I would never, ever put myself in a position where, I would depend on whatever might happen on the outside to take care of me on the inside. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying I ain't never, hey, give me this, I'll give it to you when I get back to my room or whatever, something like that or whatever. Let me hold this right here until next week. Of course, all that. But, borrowing shit, man, can get you caught up in a lot of bullshit that you don't want to be in. So stay away from the borrowing. Don't borrow from people, there's plenty of hustles in the chain gang that's respectable. Number 9 on my list, your physical health. Your physical health as far as working out, your physical health as far as what you eating. Understand that in times of peace is when you prepare for the war. Understand that when you're in prison, that's where you at. You're in the middle of a battlefield. And you got to definitely take care of you. Working out, get your program together, do your working out, feed yourself, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for whatever may take place. Don't wait till it pop off to decide to do some burpees and crunches and push-ups and pull-ups and all that. Take care of yourself. Which leads me into number 10. Number 10 on the list. And once again, man, my list is not based on most important to least important. Everything is just important as the other. It all blends in. But number 10 on the list, I'd have to say, is your mental health. All right, your mental health is what's gonna get you out of prison, stable, alive, and in good condition. Not just condition in your body like number 9, but number 10, condition in your mind. Watching what you consume, watching what you put out. Energies do attract energies. You feel what I'm saying? The bullshit you get caught up in is gonna bring you bullshit. That's just how life is, period. No matter whether you in prison or in the real world, free world, whatever you want to call it. Your mind is what's gonna get you out of there alive and healthy and sane. That's my list of 10 things to watch for, 10 things to be aware of if you get into the chain gang, or if you facing a bid, or if you know somebody who's facing a bid, man. These are definitely things that can help make your time and make your journey a little bit lighter. You definitely do your bid however you see fit. If you ain't prepared to rock out and you don't want to get hit, then stay out the streets. All right, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. It's real life with Supermax, and it's a difference between the convict and the inmate. Let's keep that shit understood.